Was Duke Nukem Forever a commercial failure? To a degree, yes. At the same time, was it a overall failure? Absolutely not. Now, while a lot of people would disagree with me because they always somehow put a benchmark of either Call of Duty Plus and compare any of those particular games with any current shooter of today's standards, they pretty much will always point out that those games are better due to pace or some sort of crazy storyline. Now, while I'm not heavy into war scenarios in most shooters, or in this case, most things in general, I would say sure that Call of Duty does deserve a hat tip for having some good controls and precise, fun. At the same time, I don't think that they are the benchmark for today's standard in shooting. I think the callback, or at least the glory reach back that Duke Nukem Forever tried for was for the old school gaming when it came to shooters. And that's pretty much how Duke Nukem Forever was developed back in the day. So much so it got refreshed, and it finally came out. So hell froze over. Most people were disappointed with the overall product. On the other hand, a lot of people that I do know, a lot of people I do know in general that enjoy old school gaming, played this game and actually enjoyed it. I was very surprised in hearing what they had to say with it. While I agree it is not the most amazing game of all time, it absolutely is not. It does have some of its problems here and there. Overall, most games today do have their problems, just like most games of yesterday did have their problems as well. I can always look at Duke Nukem Forever and say at least it wasn't a complete failure to me. I thought it was quite enjoyable. I think it actually brought forth a lot of good elements to the game. I think the controls were okay. The humor that Duke Nukem is known for is obviously in this game. The satire with most of the pop culture of such movies such as Evil Dead or whatever else, or Dead Space. Those particular games are added in there as some sort of humor along the way, and you'll find it for yourself. I'm not going to explain that too much. But hey, when you played Duke Nukem Forever, were you overly disappointed with the game, or did you actually enjoy the game? Because quite frankly, I really enjoy the game. I think it's fun. I think that the multiplayer experience, while it needs a lot of work, I would say, but it's still okay for a Twitch shooter online mode. But either way, closing out, I think I actually did enjoy the fact that at least they brought back the game, or at least they brought the concept of finishing it off and doing it. It's a long experience. It's been a long time they produced this game, probably the longest ever produced of all time. But at least the effort went in just trying to finish the project, which is admirable. I just really hope that in the future, if they ever do decide to come out with a Duke Nukem 3D shooter, or a first-person shooter in the Duke Nukem name, if they do it in a very timely manner and they actually pull it out through. And then, of course, they learn from their mistakes here and there if there is any noticeable. So, again, I digress. Take it easy, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and touch my nipples.